Hey guys, what's going on? It's Anime Sensei here, and today we're gonna be doing What If Naruto Was a Hyuga Part 2. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the first part, and I decided I'm gonna make part 2 as soon as possible. And hope you guys enjoy. Hopefully, oh yeah, I'm starting a new goal from maybe we can accomplish at least by maybe the end of the year. Road to maybe 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you just try, please, it would mean a lot to me if you subscribe and helped out and helping out on the journey. All right, Shinobi crew, let's do this. We got a new intro too. A friend of mine was able to do it for me. Make one. All right, let's do this. Roll the intro. Anybody remember? All right, guys. So let's get straight into this part 2. Naruto's rather surprised he was with Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. He had been interested in the Sharingan, however, he still did have the slight bias towards Byakugan, as he of course himself had access to it as well, and it was his clan's most prized ability. Sasuke just stared at Naruto. He used to be rather indifferent towards him. However, now he kind of disliked him. He was the worst in his class, but he was still on a team with him. How disappointing. Of course, Sakura was swarming over Sasuke, but she kind of ignored Naruto, who didn't really like her. She'd always been swarming Sasuke, so when he saw he didn't really care about her like that, and Sakura was always going over how cool Sasuke was and all. And I'm so glad Sakura, man, I'm glad they changed her though, because she was very annoying, terrible character, part one, but she kind of improved in part two. Sorry for interrupting that. And always went on to say how cool Sasuke was and how big of a crush she had. It was rather weird to Naruto, to be fair, so he just looked away until Iruka told them to stay here and wait for their teacher. But they did wait, and waited, and continued to wait even longer until finally Kakashi opened the door, and after telling them that they were all rather boring, which confused the team of not really understanding it, telling the team to meet him on the roof. So he told them to introduce yourself, like likes, dislikes, skills, and hobbies. Sakura decided to go first, claiming her name is Sakura Haruno. Her likes, she blushed hardly looking at Sasuke. Basically the same thing in canon. Dislikes Naruto, who just sighed. Her goal is to marry someone, so yeah. And she had heart. It could be hearts from what people would think. Sasuke went next, as Naruto was still thinking, and he said, in his nature, and being edgy, I'm Sasuke Uchiha. My likes? I don't like much. This made Sakura's face drop. My dislikes? Almost everything. Naruto was snickering as he could tell how edgy he was trying to be, but Sasuke either did not notice or decided to ignore it. And my goal is to kill a certain someone. Yo, what y'all think about my Sasuke voice impression? Comment down below what y'all think about that. And stared at Naruto. Finally, Naruto thought in his head as it was his turn and started to introduce himself. I'm Naruto Hyuga. I like ramen, reading, and training. I just like being I just like being myself and taking naps after eating a lot of ramen and not that much else. My goal is to have the Hyuga clan accept me as their own and to become the Hokage. Kakashi was rather surprised, not by the Hokage thing. Most kids want to be Hokage one day. It's pretty usual. But the boy wasn't even accepted by his own clan. Kakashi sighed and said, "You're all still boring," which made their faces drop again. And Kakashi, chuckling, "Until then, also, meet me at the training grounds tomorrow, and don't eat any lunch, or you'll puke." We move on to the next day, as two of them arrive. The two were Sasuke and Sakura, were rather annoyed that not only was Naruto late, but their sensei was also late, too. About an hour later, Naruto arrived to see a half asleep Sakura and Sasuke, and half an hour later, Kakashi finally got here, appeared, telling them that he got lost on the path of light. With Naruto chuckling at that, obviously saying it was a lie. Kakashi continued to go on and explain that in this test you have to get these bells. He held up two bells to and explained you have to get those to pass. Sakura put her hand up, questioning how come there's only two bells, which made Sas, which made Kakashi tell them that only one can pass. Only one can pass. With her being confused, and with all of them being in shock that if one of them doesn't get the bell, one's gonna fail. And we move on with I'm gonna say maybe this time Sasuke decides to attack Kakashi. Yeah. Or no, Naruto still does. And also, they didn't eat anything since they trusted Kakashi. And now they all regret listening to him. Kakashi said the test starts. And everyone disappeared. That was Naruto. He was in a bush near Kakashi. Both Sasuke and Sakura moved further back. Now to failing the Genin exam made him want to improve even more. With Naruto failing, he wanted to improve his strength even more, so he asked. Kakashi pulled out his book, now to activate his Byakugan and try to look for a blind spot. Naruto crosses his finger into a plus. Similarly, finding Naruto created a shadow clone, with it rushing at Kakashi. Kakashi easily blocked the attack that Naruto had sent towards him. Naruto charged and punched him hard in the stomach. However, it poofed. It was a shadow clone. Suddenly, 29 ran out, and all using the Gale Palm. Kakashi was pretty impressed. Not many Genin had known how to even use elemental chakra, so he was impressed, to say the least. Kakashi smiled, realizing that he does have some talented students. But Kakashi formed the Gale Palm back to counter Naruto's. The blast, the two blasts collided, with knocking Naruto back with Kakashi keeping his ground. Naruto's clones had disappeared with only one Gale Palm clone left. Naruto's last clone creating at it. Suddenly, behind Kakashi, Sasuke tried to land a kick right into his face. But Kakashi blocked it. However, Naruto ran up with a wind bullet as well. The two were working together, but they didn't once talk and just nodded at each other. Kakashi realized this, realizing that, they do know how to work together, huh? Don't they? It was like the two weird twins. When Naruto attacked, Sasuke in a way to counterblock from Kakashi. Kakashi, who had a big smile on his face until when he moved very quickly, the belts were gone. He didn't hear anything until he seen a clone behind him charge with Yale Palm in his hand, shooting it towards him, and Sasuke kept on knocking the bells out, and both Naruto and Sasuke getting a bell, and Sakura was heavily knocked out, even though she had strongly disliked Naruto, and because she did wake up, and she even treated him like garbage. Nature was still so kind to her. Sakura teared up as Naruto gave her a bell, but she quickly wiped her tear away as she just smiled. However, he wasn't the only one smiling, with Kakashi saying, "You all passed." The three Genin shocked at this, with Kakashi saying, "The test wasn't about fighting me. It was about getting the bells and using teamwork." Sasuke asked, "But isn't the most important thing to finish the mission? And it would go by the rules even if you had to leave your friends behind?" Sasuke was more for right rules than this. However, that would change in a few words. He was actually about to speak. "You know, Sasuke, in the ninja world, people who break the rules are scum." "That's true, but people who abandon their comrades are worse than scum." It hit a cold tone until he switched up entirely and said, "But now it's time to get some ramen." Not just to this, Naruto jumped in surprise, and Sakura still felt horrible and stood there until Naruto patted her shoulder. "Come on, Kakashi Sensei is getting us ramen." The pink-haired girl sniffled but smiled and started to walk to each rock with the ramen. With them all heading to Ichiraku Ramen, we switched to a week going by of doing D-rank missions. The boring nature was not much of Naruto's taste, and he was really getting tired of D-rank missions, so they asked Kakashi if they could get a higher ranked mission, and Sasuke joined in, saying that they could handle it, with Kakashi bringing them to the Hokage office. Little three were like, they all requested a mission from the third Hokage, trying to convince him that they were ready for a mission, at least a C rank mission that had not been given to any Genin so far. No Genin has gotten a mission higher than a D for the new graduates. And he gives them the mission. Naruto and Sasuke, and even Sakura smiled. And the third Hokage found a file with a mission, telling his secretary to bring Tazuma in. As he came in, he was seemingly drunk. The bridge builder wasn't going to say much about Naruto, as he was the second tallest. He had nothing to insult him over, so he just asked, "Why does it have to be those three toddlers?" The three just stared at him coldly. Naruto was about to go charge him, but Kakashi held him back. And Helen tells Naruto to shut up. Naruto was pretty much angry and was getting ready to hit him. Luckily, Kakashi was restraining him, as it was common knowledge that the third Kage was one of the strongest fighters in the shinobi world. It would be a rather stupid move to not listen to his orders, especially since the fact that Tazuna is pretty much a civilian. After they got the extra supplies in their backpacks, the group started the trip. The trip around the water went rather smoothly until Kakashi stopped them all as he stared at the puddle. How weird. Looks like two puddles, even though it hasn't rained in about a month. As his head was cut off, seemingly by the demon brothers. Kakashi shouted. No, he didn't even shout, his head just fell off. Oh no, that's too dark because they're gonna get traumatized. Yeah, he just got impaled and screamed in pain. Naruto charged at one of the demon brothers, hitting him with a gale palm. As he was knocked down, he was reeled as he saw Sasuke had taken out the other one, but he was still depressed that his sensei had died. Kakashi popped out of the ground and had Naruto shouting at him. I was worried for you, Kakashi sensei. Kakashi just laughed, but the secret was Kakashi was secretly happy that his students actually cared for him. Kakashi quickly congratulated Naruto and Sasuke. Frank really just telling them they did a good job, and even Sakura, as she had fallen back to protect Tazumi. But now they need to get going again. And they did, and it went pretty well until suddenly a sword came flying towards them, and Kakashi told them to duck down. Everyone did as Kakashi told, and suddenly a sword appeared, with a dark figure saying, Good job, Kakashi. You'll be able to protect your little genis. Naruto was rather offended with him referring to them as little genis. However, suddenly he realizes that there was someone he had read about in his books. Zabuza, the mist demon, smirked. He came to that conclusion it was him. As the figure got closer, he could see. He jumped down, trying to strike Kakashi, and Kakashi dodged, with him landing pretty good, until Zabuza pulled out his jutsu, ready to fight. Kakashi wouldn't let his students be hurt, so he pulled out his head band, revealing the Sharingan, with Zabuza starting to do hand signs, with Kakashi following him at a very speedy conclusion. They both continued to make hand signs until Kakashi accidentally slipped up. Sasuke thought about it and was kind of confused and offended the fact that Kakashi had a Sharingan, knowing that he wasn't an Uchiha. And he was willing to go help Kakashi, same with Naruto. And as they both continued to use hand signs, they were both about equal in power. When Kakashi was about to win, Zabuza was able to trap him in the hidden prison jutsu. Because Kakashi slipped, Kakashi was stuck until suddenly Naruto flew at Zabuza with the help of Sasuke and was actually able to hit him with about 16 palms with his Byakugan activated. However, he was quickly thrown aside. but Zabuza had accidentally let his hand slip from the prison, and Kakashi looked pretty angry. That was his Genin Zabuza was about to hurt. So, as he was released, he charged at him at amazing speeds, knocking him towards a tree, with Naruto realizing that this isn't his fight, with Kakashi telling him to go back. As they continue the water dragon fight, Kakashi does get the overhand on him, until suddenly Zabuza is impaled. Yes, Zabuza was impaled with Senbone, with the hidden mist ninja telling Team 7, I finally caught him. It looked to be a female who had caught Zabuza with the feminine voice, saying she'd been meaning to catch Zabuza for a while, saying that thank thanking them for what they'd done. And Kakashi couldn't think anymore as he passed out. And now I'm gonna be ending this part off. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I spent a good amount of time writing this, and I hope you guys really liked it and appreciate it. I hope you guys like. Please subscribe. It would help us a lot, help me out a lot. And with this new goal I've set up, come on, Shinobi Squad. Hopefully, with the help of you guys, because I appreciate each and every one. And I'm open to any ideas for future what ifs. Just comment down below. Also, I'm not sure if you guys seen the comments for the last video, but Shinon, that's her name. That's the name of the princess who I mentioned in the last video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out the last video. And I hope you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later, guys. Also, next part will be out sometime today. About an hour, 2 hours. Alright, guys. Shinobi Sensei